Winkle.
Oh my god, what do I should have never suggested it.
Alright.
Well, check it
have
out.
you done?
To get us into the game, I'm gonna read for a few paragraphs of the essentially the setting of the game itself that we're gonna be playing. So we're gonna be doing like a Cyberpunk, wasteland type era game. Just you and me. We discussed perhaps some twists that might happen later. We'll see how that works out. But any case, the year is 2123. The Earth's material. Let me see. Let me turn down this music a tiny bit. There we go. The year is 2123. The Earth's minerals are on the verge of running out. Much of the land is barren wasteland, stripped of all usable resources from the Earth's many government-sponsored corporations. Deforesting 3/3 of the planet was an effort to help replenish the already exhausted fuel sources caused by... Essentially, it caused many different apocalyptic events. Earthquakes, flash floods, tornadoes. They ravaged the land until it became essentially a barren desert. Aside from these pockets of oil, which humankind were able to find and gather from. These intense fires and earthquakes, they ravaged the land. And aside from the deepest ocean depths, most beaches began to dry up, revealing countless graveyards of dead fish and wayward ships. Humankind plagued nature, and it was as if a mite sucking on a dried vein. They had moved throughout the planet in search of these pockets of untapped resources deep within the Earth's core. People built cities centered around these pockets in the hopes of being able to mine the cores for energy. The energy harnessed from these oil reserves were able to power the city and satisfy societal needs. Corporations such as Blazo, Frankie's, essentially titans of their respective industries, were buying up city blocks in order to help fund their projects. And before long, each city had its own sponsor, and its denizens eventually adopted the tenets each corporation put in place. Now, there are some people who reject the current ways of civilization. Some choose to live out in the wastes with its harsh dangers, while others live in the dark alleyways of society. Set Your Zone, also known as freedom on the streets, is a medicinal implant that allows its user to disconnect from the city's subliminal mental network for a period of time. This network has been known essentially for ad space for the corporations found in the city, but there are others that believe that the subliminal messaging sent to each and everyone's heads has a more nefarious undertone to it. Well, essentially, these corporations often employ their own agents, aptly known as lawyers. Long forgotten are the thirsty lawyers of bygone times. These new lawyers are heavily armed thugs at the beck and call of the corporations. The lawyers often clash with the policing force of each city, and each police department is run by a connected robotic network. While each city has a different name for its police force, they are commonly known as guardians, and they're often liked by the common man for its protection and honesty. Guardians deal with all other crimes that don't interfere in corporate interests. Now our story takes us to a city called Metrocity 8. And it's a very special place. For one, it's the only city on Earth that is connected to an actual ocean. Metro City 8, or M8, known colloquially, is one of the only cities on Earth with running water. Knowing this is a valuable commodity, the city's leaders have made this city unpurchasable by any corporation on Earth in order to not show favoritism in sharing this precious resource. The city trades with just about everyone in the wastes, and where there's a lot of currency passing through hands, there are fingers that are trying to catch fallen coins. Guardians of M8 were overworked and outmanned and outgunned compared to the amount of traffic passing through M8, until our hero, John Terrance, joined the force. For years, he was able to outperform each of his peers and develop personal relationships with the citizens of Mate. And John was able to turn that division around with his confidence and devotion to justice. But after a dark event in his past, all that changed one day. And now, he has fallen from the eyes of his superiors in the force, as he's trying to not only regain his sanity but his sense of justice again in this lawless and seemingly strange and bizarre world that we currently live in. Now we wake up, we open in your apartment, John. It is you see around you as you come to consciousness. You're in your bed. You see that your apartment is not well kept. You have beer bottles on some tables. Some pizza boxes are half open, with some pies currently being half eaten. Flies are buzzing around the living room itself, and as you wake up, you sit up in your bed. What do you wish to do? You seem to have woken up before your alarm. You just had you just had a nightmare. You haven't been sleeping well these nights.
Son of a bitch. Alright. Time to start my day. He walks over to the kitchen, makes himself a breakfast sandwich.
Easy enough. You open up your refrigerator and you look inside, and you do see some eggs, do see some bacon, but the bread is not in the refrigerator.
Better check the pantry.
You open it up. Ugh. Cockroach starts crawling out, but on the aisle.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, the aisle right behind it is your loaf of bread. Little stale, but serviceable for your needs. Need you to roll just a general D20. Do you want to start cooking your breakfast?
Yep.
Another day, another task of putting together this nutri food supplements that that you got from the neighboring Blazos. Essentially they essentially tell the folk that it tastes like eggs, but to you it just tastes like grease and oil.
When did we ever go to get away from it? Real eggs. This stuff tastes like cat shit.
From
He
behind
goes.
you,
He sits
suddenly,
down
suddenly, as you're
his
walking to the table to sit down,
living room.
yes, the alarm clock beside your bed starts to blare. Doom, de-doom, de-doom. Doom, de-doom, de-doom.
As I get up, holding my plate in hand, taking bites, I slowly approach the alarm, and I put it on snooze.
As you reach over to the alarm clock, you outstretch your hand over a photograph that's currently placed down on the table itself. You turn off the alarm. The room that you're now in is now silent. You could hear the distant echoes and screams of a hover car near your window. But other than that, there's just silence and loneliness in your apartment.
I pay no mind to the hover car. I go to my living room, and I turn on the news.
Okay. In front of you in your living room, you have your widescreen TV. On top of the corner is a pair of your boxers just kind of draped over lazily. The TV comes on, and there you see a female announcer. She has papers in her hand. She's currently giving a broadcast and essentially giving you general news of the going-ons of today. Yes, there is a report. There is a report of more or less a few casualties in the factories near the coast of Pleasanton, but there does seem to be some hope, people. We have today, and from underneath the desk, she brings out a soda can, and on the soda can is a picture of a smiling man with tears in his eyes, and above his head, written in a very fanciful font, joy. And she brings up the can. She rings, but with a sip of joy, and she drinks it. We don't have to worry about any type of casualties in our factories, because we know that our workers are here for the corporations and for the people themselves, because when you drink a sip of joy, it lasts with you the whole day. And you see that she has a massive smile across her face. The newscast cuts off, and it starts to trail to various assortment of commercials and various brandings that are obviously not subtle in their attempt to get you to buy. It's getting close for you to head to work.
Ugh. That lady's smile always gives me the creeps. I turn off the TV. I get up. I get dressed and start headed over to my car.
You go to your parking lot after locking up and closing everything in your apartment. As you leave your apartment door, you see the essentially the hallway of your apartment run down. There's actually a doorway of sorts that leads to a communal bathroom for the hall itself. Luckily, your unit comes with its own bathroom because it's been known for junkies and buzzheads to essentially post up in the bathrooms in your apartment building. As you're walking by, you do see 2 feet outstretched into the hallway itself, kind of lying in the doorway between you and the bathroom. You want to just pass over and head towards the parking lot?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk past him. I'm running late. I don't have time for this shit.
Paying no mind to the person obviously stuck within their own thoughts, you take no moment to pay no mind to it as you walk by and you take a few stairs down to a parking lot of sorts. There's no cars around. Each space seems to be completely empty, and as you're walking over to your space, a floating hologram erupts in front of you as soon as you end up walking right in front of your space. The hologram,
Huh?
yes, the hologram is essentially your parking terminal. You put in your information, and the hologram pops up with and it shows you an emoji, a happy emoji with a winking smiley face as you finish your. What's going on here? Why is this on? Alexa, stop. Why was Alexa playing anything? Did you hear that? It was weird.
I didn't hear any of that.
I don't know. Alexa was playing the whole time, like this ad. What the hell? Well, in any case, that was weird. In any case, the hologram.
You're talking about dumb ads.
Yeah, I was talking about ads, and then plays ads. It's scary. Yeah, and anyway, you put in the information in the hologram terminal, your car information, and it gives you an emoji, a smiley winking face emoji, and then a little kissy face, and then it shuts off. And then from your parking spot, the what was once it seemed to be like pavement over your parking spots has completely disappeared, revealing a square, a dark, almost like a cavernous hole. And suddenly from within the hole, you see a series of white lights, like rows of white lights, steadily approaching where you're at. And with that, it's essentially lifting your car from into that platform. The car gradually reveals itself as it's brought up to your eyesight, and the car itself is pretty cool. You know, it's the doors, they open DeLorean style, wing style, and the wheels have since been replaced with hover pad units. They don't effectively let you fly up into the sky, but they prevent any type of tire tread marks on the pristine streets of Metro 8. You want to get into the car?
Yeah. Get in my car. Don't turn anything on. Just drive down to the precinct.
Okay. You need to turn on the car.
Quietly.
You don't turn on the. You don't turn. If you
Well,
don't turn
no,
anything,
I mean,
you mean the radio?
I'm at the radio. Yeah.
Okay.
My bad.
It's all right. I need you to do
Like, I'm not listening to anything. That's what I meant to say.
Sounds good. I need you to roll just a driving check. That would be dexterity plus your proficiency to see if you make it there in one piece. It's normal traffic. There's what's constitutes as normal traffic in M8 is essentially almost
proficiency is 2.
Oh, it's 2? Okay. Yeah, you're able to get there easily. There's some traffic, some bumper cars, but you're able to navigate safely and without any type of issue to your place of work. You're driving through the city right now. It's morning, and various types of buildings are passing you by. You're paying really no mind to it, but essentially these buildings, there are some fast food places, some clinics. The terrain gradually gets more and more lavish and more rich as you start getting closer to where you work. You're coming from an impoverished neighborhood. Buzzheads and junkies essentially littered the streets where you live, but you're able to kind of avoid that type of people. You have a reputation in your neighborhood to be left alone. But in any case, as you're kind of drifting off into memory, you pull into the force's police lot. This is a little bit different than the parking lot in your apartment building. This, as you pull in, you do see a massive lines of police cars. It seems to be countless. Just lined up. From row to row to row, you could see some robotic drones kind of floating overhead each car, giving each one a wash and just a basic inspection. And you bring your car along, and one of the drones starts to float off and reach to your window.
This is as my car's parked, right?
Yeah, you're already parked in now. You're in your car. Yeah. One of the drones.
I get out of my car. I look at the drone. I pet the drone, and I walk inside.
It does a couple beeps, beep beep, and floats over to your vehicle, and you could see it project a blue beam that totally encompasses your car. It's almost like scanning your car. Now, as you leave your vehicle, you're heading upstairs to where the rest of your fellow guardians are at work. As you
Another day in paradise.
As you pass through the police department, you do see that you're greeted to a massive sign that lays in its entrance saying, "We are the people. We protect the people." And underneath that is the face of an angry, but not a fearful dog, if that makes any sense. It's almost like a very stern-looking German Shepherd. That's clearly the mascot of your police force. In any case, in the entrance, you do see Susie, who is the receptionist. She's a younger woman, who newly just graduated from the academy. She hasn't been working here long. You've always had a good relationship with her, and she, as you pass by her, she smiles in your direction. "Oh, hi, Johnny."
Susie, what's the news?
Oh, I would avoid the boss if I were you. He had a bad call this morning.
He had a bad call this morning, huh? Typical.
Yeah, he was just yelling the whole morning in his office. Everybody could hear it. I nearly dropped my donuts when I was bringing it to him.
You pick up what he was talking about?
I don't know. I try to keep out of that business. But you know me, Johnny. If I hear anything, I'll tell you.
You're the best, Susie. Never change.
Thank you. And you pass through and you head over to your desk. There you see a picture of yourself standing next to a woman who's been essentially torn off her face. You could see her body, but it seems to be folded in the photo. You've been wanting to perhaps forget that memory. And there too, you do see. I'm sorry. You were saying?
I grab the picture. I look at it one last time, and I put it in my bottom drawer, my desk.
Yeah. That's for an older you. Perhaps you're changing now. Who knows? You put the photo in your desk. You don't want to even think about it now. In any case, you sit at your desk and there's no papers about. They haven't given you a case in a while. They've been essentially assigning you desk duty and the occasional folder work and sorting has been prioritized to you.
I get up. I approach Susie. I ask her, "Hey Susie, you hear anything about this? You know when I'm gonna get out of the desk work yet?"
I know it's been tough, Johnny, since your accident, but the captain, he's been worried about your health, and that's why we've been keeping you behind the desk.
You know I can't keep doing this, Susie.
I know
I need to be out there protecting the people.
I'm with you.
Can't be stuck here behind that goddamn desk.
I've been telling the captain that you were better and out in the streets. That's where you belong. I mean, I don't mean it like that, but and she's kind of like fluttering over what she was saying. But Johnny,
right, Susie, I get it.
Look, Johnny, you were the one to turn around this police precinct when it first opened. You've been here longer than most of us. It's just I don't know. It's just strange that it could be keeping you on the desk for this long. And she looks over to you and she sees that you've been trying to kind of hide your robot arm from her in the way you're standing. You've been self-conscious for a while, ever since you got your arm replaced. You haven't been used to the cyber implants here in society and M8 and just in the world in general. People are used to getting cyber implants of various degrees. Some getting eye implants, some getting hand implants. But you've always been one for the older side or the old traditions. You felt that cyber technology just got in the way. It kind of took away what we are as humans. At least that's what you try to gather from your drunken nights sitting over a cup of gin. But in any case, Susie looks over to you and you're kind of hiding your arm away from her. I know it's been tough, Johnny, but just hang in there, okay?
Damn arm. I don't know what these kids think about this shit. Trying to get better at it though. All right.
Well,
Just put in a good word for me with the boss.
Okay, I will. I'm sure he'd want to talk to you pretty soon after he's done with this meeting. And as she says that, you could hear overhead a screaming coming from the office of your captain, Max Gramo. You know him to be a stern man, a man that always wants his way, but you've respected him. He has a degree of honor. He's never really let you down, aside from keeping you on desk duty for this long. Right now, you're standing in front of reception talking to Susie. You see in the rest of the police building are a few police cadets and officers who are gradually arriving. You came to the station a little bit earlier than most people. What do you want to do?
Here. Should I roll a perception and just take a look around?
Well, okay, sure. Well, do you want to look at something in particular?
I want to look in like the direction of where there would be like the holding cells. See what's been left over, like who's been caught in the night, whatever. See if there's anybody just there, like suspicious.
In the police department?
I'm imagining this police department having like a little jail cell, where they bring in.
Oh, I get you. You want to see if there's a perps there. Okay, that's easy enough. You can roll perception for that.
I want to see if there's perps, if there's anybody suspicious.
Yeah, there are definitely suspicious people here. You take a little walk around your precinct, and you see in the essentially the jail cell holding area. There are 4 cells. 2 of them are currently being occupied. They're currently separated, the 2 inmates, and one of them is a man in a hoodie, kind of like a sweatshirt, sweatpants combo. But aside from that, his eyes are glowing red. They seem to have been robotic implants, and you see that the right side of his face as well has a bit of a cyber interface to it. You could see part of his head on his forehead, a cable dangling over his right eye. He's kind of hunched over to himself, while the other inmate on the other side of the room, he's this one's different. He seems to be fully cyberized, except for his head itself. His neck down seems to be completely cybered, and behind his head and behind his arms are he seems to be had like a cufflink system that's connected to the wall itself, and he's just standing there. He's looking at you, just with a blank stare.
I walk over to the hooded kid. I tap on the.
You see the jail itself.
On the cell door.
Yeah, the door. It's essentially a force field of sorts. That's projected over these steel bars. You reach over and you click your. Do you want to use your robot hand or your real hand?
I'm just gonna, shut the force field down, keep him in the jail cell, and just make some noise on the jail cell door.
Easy enough. When you shut the when you turn off the force field, there's a loud a loud noise, and then you just with a pen in hand you click onto the steel bar. You have his attention. He looks up to you. Is it? And he looks and he says,
"They got you in here for a kid."
Well, they got me. Some bullshit. Yeah, I was just minding my own business, hooked up to a data port. Just browsing the web. You as you look at that, you see beside the cell itself is a LCD monitor, and on the monitor is basically the prisoner information. His name is David. David Shrim, and it gives you various details of his crime. He was found kind of like hijacked or uplinked into a terminal in a fast food restaurant, trying to get himself free milkshakes. They had me hear some bullshit. I was just surfing the web. That's all it was.
Look here. Looks like the report here says you were trying to steal a few milkshakes from Milkshake Joe's.
What is the issue here, though? You have Milkshake Joe's making millions of milkshakes for people around the world. They're throwing it out at night. No, they can always throw a milkshake to me. I was just there, searching the internet, and I got a little hungry. You know how a few rogue thoughts happen sometimes. Before I knew it, I had one of the robot bitches serving me the milkshake to me, and then before you know it, you guardian dog came up and pulled me straight out. You know I could have died that way. And he goes and he motions at the cable hanging from his forehead. You're not supposed to pull this out too quick. But no, you pigs, you dogs don't even care.
Yeah, I'll try to keep that in mind. I show him my robot hand. I just got modified myself. Be nice to know what I could expect from this kind of gadget.
Is that a Model 6? You see him stand up, and walk over to you. Close. He reaches over to your arm, across the bar itself.
I smack his hand and tell him, "Hey, no touching."
Fine. That's when you want to be. I didn't know dogs could fight. Well, in any case, yes, that seems to be a Model 6 to me. It looks to be Grapple Model 2. Interesting. Well, whoever gave you that arm certainly didn't care about its price. That's a really nice model you have there.
All right. Try not to steal any more milkshakes, all right, kid? I turn back on the blast field, and I walk over to the next cell.
Hey, tell him I'm not gonna talk.
And I do this.
And you can see his voice trail off as you just walk away from the jail cell. Now where are you heading? Now you get back into the main department area, the corral where all the police officers essentially work. All their desks are kind of like are placed by twos together, and there are more police officers now. And standing by your desk is Jason. You know Jason as essentially a police officer who started with you in the police in this police department. He's been here like a couple months longer than you. You guys worked together before. You've known him to be very sarcastic, but a person that you're able to trust and call a friend in some times. He looks over to you and he has a folder in hand. And he drops it on your desk. Boss got more paperwork for you.
Jason?
Well, boss got more paperwork for you. He just told me to bring it to you. I don't know if you heard, but he was a little angry this morning.
Yeah, you know anything about that?
Yeah, he was yelling at me. we were
What'd you get?
yeah, we just had a little bit of a conversation. You see, I got an interesting job lined up. I got a case of an extortion ring, and I thought it'd be interesting for you to come along as well. I mean, I suggested that to the boss, but he told me he had something else lined up for you, and here it is.
You fucking kidding me?
And you see on the desk is just paper. There's nothing to this. No case. It's insulting.
I get up. I walk past Jason. In in a manner of I'm going into the boss's room.
I wouldn't do that. And as you do that, you go through the door itself, and you see Max Grommel. He's a big man. I wouldn't call him fat, but he's definitely size. It plays a matter to this police detective. This police captain. He has a red tie and suspenders on, and a left eye seems to have been replaced with a cyber implant. A blue beam seems to erupt from it and turns to you quickly.
Max, what the hell? When are you gonna get me out of this damn desk job?
John, you're gonna do the jobs that I give you. Okay? That paperwork is important and need to be filed by somebody.
Yeah, but you know Susie can do it just as well as me.
You look over and you see the office that you're currently at has like a window system. And you look over and you see Susie looking in your direction. And as you look over, she quickly looks into the other side, pretending that she wasn't watching both of you. Susie's got her own jobs to do. And look, I know it's tough, John.
Why can't you just put me on the mission with Jason over here? Why can't you be on the mission with Jason over here? You know Jason's a stellar cop just like myself.
I know that Jason has that extortion ring. He told me that you might want to be helpful too, but John, I'm afraid of putting you back out there. We nearly lost you last time.
Me in the training wheels, damn it.
We nearly lost you last time.
An accident. That wasn't my fault, and you know it, Max.
The report.
I played it by the book. Look what it costed me.
No, that was your problem, though, Max. On the report, it said that you were complacent, that you didn't see the person behind you. And I'm worried that'll be the case again.
That's some bullshit, Max. Dude had a cloaking device.
Whatever be the case, I know. I'm just worried about you, John, and please just give me some more time. Just be filing this as you can. And you see the rough and angry exterior of this man, this captain, kind of drop down, and you see he's concerned about you, John. But you know what? I don't feel safe giving you the extortion ring, but I do have another case that I could use your expertise. Can you shut the door behind you?
I go and I close the door.
As you close the door, the window
And I go.
the window suddenly shuts, turns black, and kind of like creating a private office for between the both of you.
I sit back down. This better be something good here, Max.
Well, it may not be a drug bust or a kidnap case. You know, the things that we normally that we used to assign you to, but it has been interesting. We did have a case of a few buzzheads breaking into an old factory of sorts. Century squatters and
Could have had me on a buzz.
well, listen, the owners of the factory called us up and they want us to clear them out. But there were no violent means. You know that the buzzheads are just junkies of another type, addicted to.
You know that's a job. You know that's a job for the repo men. That's got nothing to do with me.
Well, just think of it as
The hell's with the secrecy, Max?
well, listen, John. Just think of it as a test of sorts, you know, to prove to me that you can do the old jobs again. You know, I'm concerned about you. And you know even my boss man, they put a lot of money into you, into fixing your arm. They made sure. Well, this morning I had a call with one of them and about you. That I promised that I wouldn't tell them about you, but seeing as you and me being good friends and all, I feel like I gotta tell you that. Yeah, you know, they put their money into your arm and they don't want to see their investment go to waste. But in any case, clear out these squatters in the building over by Freeside Avenue, and then we'll talk if you can do the bigger cases.
I'll get this job done, but you better have a damn case for me once it's over. You know this is a horseshit job, and you know it. I walk out angrily.
You shut the door. You close and shut the door behind you.
Nope. I just open it, leave it open, storm out.
In a huff, the other detectives they see you. I see you exit his office in a kind of like a fury. You have an angry glower. Look around. Each one is like they kind of keep away from you. But Jason, you know, he's still standing at your desk. Oh, you got news?
The hell you think happened in there, Jason? Come on. Can't you for once be serious?
Well, listen. Is it more paperwork? It seems to be something that you're in a huff about.
I roll my eyes. I look at him and tell him, "Nah, it ain't paperwork. It's a repo job."
Repo job? I thought that was just for the repo men down in Division 3. You changing jobs on
That's
me?
what's supposed to be,
John?
but evident. No, I'm not changing jobs on you, Jason. What's happening here is they got me doing repo man jobs because it's happening with these junkies.
Well, somebody's got to do it, I guess. While you're out there, you get me
Yeah, but why it's gotta be
can you
me?
get me a Blazo burger while you out there? And you see with a smile on his face, he's half serious. Come back, we'll have a lunch.
You know I'm not gonna get you. You know I'm not gonna get you one of those grease balls.
Asshole as always.
Blazo Burger.
John the asshole as always. You see him start to walk away from you and back to his desk.
Yeah, I walk out and I go to my car. Get ready. Go down
As you pass the reception, in front of you is the armory, essentially where you can essentially armor yourself before any type of mission. You want to go there before you go to your car?
Yeah.
Okay. You enter the room, and the smell of gunpowder and various sparks kind of fill your nostrils. So kind of like a sharp scent. And in front of you, you see Bobby, who's a young gentleman, but what looks to be char marks from a recent experiment he's been concocting around his face. It seems to be his hair blown back. He has a monocle over one eye. He has an apron too that's completely dirty, and his hands are completely greasy and whatnot. He seems and looks over to you with a massive smile to his face, and then he looks at your arm too. Johnny, how's the arm? I installed it myself.
Yeah. Tell you what, it's still getting used to the damn thing, but all in all, can't complain.
You look at your arm.
What do you got there? Looks like
Oh, what I'm working on? I'm working on some something interesting. A little bit of a surprise. I took a concussive grenade. You know, I just added the concussiveness to it. So now it's literally a grenade with concussion. Concussion. And you see, and he lifts it up to you. Basically, it's a normal fragmentation grenade, but written on it is the words concussive.
Bobby, you got a few screws loose. You know that, right?
Oh, you know, that's what they tell me. But, as an engineer, it's always good to have some extra screws.
You're not wrong there. All right. Give me the regular armaments for repo civilian kind of job.
Okay. He pulls out and he shows you essentially a few items in front of you. There is a large sniper rifle that can be converted to a tranquilizer round. All these weapons can be converted to tranquilizer by the press of a button. But essentially, he brings out 3 various armaments for you to choose. A long rifle with the scope, your trusty double-barreled shotgun. There's no non-lethal option to that, and a small revolver, of sorts that can be switched between lethal and non-lethal.
All right. I grab the shotgun, attach it to my hip as I usually do, and I grab the pistol. And I put the pistol.
Johnny, the boss told me you can either pick the pistol or the rifle. I have Jason coming up pretty soon to pick up his armaments, and he has to choose as well.
Yeah, but Jason doesn't use double-barrel shotgun. I use the double-barrel shotgun.
Oh, of course, I know this. I made a couple of improvements on it too, some tinkering, if you don't mind. And you see that the rifle, as you pick it up, it feels a little bit lighter. You're able to maneuver it a lot easier. I just changed the stock, made it a little bit. I changed it with a composite or alloy instead of the wooden. Still has a cool look to it. And you seen you bring up in the double barrel shotgun is sawed off on the end of it. The hilt and the wooden part underneath the shotgun is black currently. Here, and he brings up a box and he gives you 4 shells.
All right.
So Johnny, is it gonna be the pistol or the rifle?
I take the pistol.
Okay.
I'm imagining this pistol to be like in Destiny, right?
Sure.
Almost like a revolver.
The pistol itself is like almost like a futuristic revolver. It has how do you say, cylindrical system where it kind of revolvers the bullets within, but the nozzle in the end is completely different. Instead of a circular thing, it's almost like a slit, and what it shoots are these metallic discs. Bullets have been replaced with these saw-like discs because they essentially do more damage than conventional bullets, and they can be easily changed to non-lethal measures as well. Shooting instead of the sharpened disc, a pellet of sorts that could knock out anyone. You grab the pistol and you put it in your other holster that you have behind your back, conveniently hidden from view.
Okay.
So
now I go into
you
my
leave?
car.
Go to your car?
Over. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the place.
You get back into your car.
My pistol and shotgun.
The drone, now done scanning your vehicle, flies away. As you enter your vehicle, you turn on your car, and a monitor flips open, revealing a GPS system to your waypoint, a factory down in the east side, about 15 or so minutes from your position.
How do I add the pistol?
How do you add the pistol?
Or what's the damage?
The damage itself is
Or I think I got it here.
I think it's a 1d6.
Is it 1d6?
Pistol would be 1d6. And the way that the pistol's built, you don't have to provide ammo to it. It uses energy.
Okay.
Essentially, it doesn't need to be reloaded like your shotgun.
Oh, whoops. Wait, why does it say +4? Or is that a d6? Oh wait, when I click it. I see. Okay, sorry.
Okay. So, you manage to drive, and you end up in the crappier part of Metrocity 8. They're almost akin to your own neighborhood. There are junkies and buzzheads on the streets. There's some civilians kind of minding their own business, avoiding these people, these homeless on the streets themselves. Some of these buzzheads are connected to a terminal. That's a terminal that's connected to a fast food restaurant. They seem to be surfing the web, not doing anything innocuous. You exit your vehicle.
I go.
All right, what else?
I'm looking around the building.
All right, roll perception.
Should I do an investigation?
That would be perception. What a piece of shit neighborhood. You look around, there's trash, various advertisements blazoned across the street walls and the floors as well. The factory in front of you is very run down. The windows are smashed in. The door entrance the door has been completely taken off. There's a trail of dirt and filth that leads into the factory itself. From within inside, you can hear buzzing and electrical noise.
This is all from the front. Can I walk to the back?
Yes, that's a front entrance. You're gonna start walking to the back. In front of you now is a fence,
Yeah.
easily able to climb. This is how to get to the back of the factory itself. You want to do that?
Yep. Do I do athletics or acrobat?
Yes, I need you to do in athletics. Chain link fence, easy enough to climb. You grab a hold of it with your robot arm. You manage to pull yourself above the fence and hop over. In front of you, you see.
I also want to be quiet about it too.
Yeah, easy enough. There's no one around. Go ahead and roll stealth as well. Make sure you're
Okay.
not being heard by the junkies inside. As you climb over the fence, you land on the ground and you actually land on a couple of bottles of glass, smashing it, spreading the shards across the ground in front of you. You look around to make sure that anyone's noticed your presence. You don't see anyone. You briefly think you saw someone in the window above your position in the factory that you're trying to get into. You think you briefly saw a shade of movement, but maybe it's just your mind playing tricks on you. But in front of you, you do see the back of the factory, and a massive warehouse entrance is completely open to you. There's a lot of broken egg crates and pallets. There are some basic industrial vehicles that are kind of like left in disarray and rust outside of the factory itself. Inside, as you try to look inside the factory's warehouse entrance, is just very dark.
I walk inside. I turn on my flashlight. I guess that's attached. Is it? Can I have a flashlight attached to the gun, or?
You're right now. You have a flashlight attached to your belt. I mean, not to your belt, to your badge, but you do have a flashlight on your gun as well.
Okay, I turn on the flashlight on my gun.
All right. As you are, you're leading. Yeah, you're leading yourself with the gun in hand, illuminating the space in front of you. I need you to roll perception. So, as you point your flashlight into the factory itself, you see just the various sorts of broken machinery left to its own. There seems to be a bunch of just discarded food and waste, and overall just disgust. The smell of
Hold on 1 second.
yeah,
Hold
sure.
on 1 second. Yo. Hold up.
Sure, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick then. Hello? Yes,
Sorry about that.
I'm good. Are you back?
Yeah. Yeah, they were just talking because we're doing a barbecue or whatever after.
Oh, that's nice.
I gotta move my car,
Should you do it now?
but
We could take like a 10-minute break.
all that bullshit. But all right. No,
Okay.
I don't need to do it. I don't need to do it right now. But
All right. That's fine.
sooner.
Because I'm
rather
making a
than-
coffee. I'm making a
let's-
coffee right now. But
I'm feeling an action.
well, in any
I'm
case,
feeling there's an action scene coming up, so I want to get to that.
okay. You do see in front of you the as you're walking into the factory and your flashlight is illuminating in front of you. You do see just various assortments of neglected machinery, rust, and left to disarray. And there have been signs of people living in this factory. Food, there's discarded trash everywhere. There's some cables dangling from some terminals that have long had their power drained. Roll perception. Right. So you do not. This is like the first floor of the factory itself. You do come across some stairs that lead up further up into the factory. You at this point you haven't heard anyone, or you. There are signs of people living here.
All right. All right. So I continue. I'm looking around for some stairs.
Well, in front of you right now are the stairs that lead up further into the building.
I'm trying to be quiet about it, obviously.
Mm-hmm. I need you to roll stealth as you're entering the building itself.
Alright.
So you do see are you going to climb up the stairs?
Yeah.
So you start climbing up the
Isn't that what I was rolling for?
yes, you climb up the stairs and you do hear a noise overhead, a smash and some electrical and the sounds of like an electrical explosion overhead. And overhead, without even your flashlight illuminating it, you see a light that pulses briefly and starts to die down back to the darkness that was so apparent here. You start climbing up the stairs, and you see in front of you like a hallway system. What do you want to do?
Well, first I'm gonna look around. Look around the hallway.
Okay.
Left, right. I see nothing.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
With my eyes closed, I look left and right.
Use the force. Those sounds that you just heard sound like the feedback of a terminal, essentially a discharge that happens when someone removes themselves from the data pad without first completing its safety removal features. So, whatever you heard was someone quickly trying to disconnect itself. And it seems to be
Sounds like
coming
someone
from
just.
it seems to be coming from the room to the left, down the hallway.
That sound reminds me of someone jacking out. Jacking off, you would say. Bastards. Alright, I walk over to the sound. You said it was above me, right? So I'm imagining this stairwell. It's like, you walk over, you have another hallway. I can continue going up the stairs, or I can go in the hallway, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. But the sound came from the hallway too. And in the hallway that's in front of you, there's a left side room that you can't currently see into. You haven't pointed your flashlight in that direction, but it sounded like that's where the noise was coming from.
Okay. Well, I turn around and I'm looking over there.
Okay. You illuminate your flashlight, and in front of you, the smell of just shit and piss fills your nose, and you lower your flashlight to reveal a woman, a young woman, who's currently her head is steaming this white cloud of smoke. You see her eyes have rolled back, and in her nose and her mouth has erupted this white embryonic fluid, and she's currently pulsing and seizuring, having a seizure in front of the terminal she just quickly tried to disconnect from. And you see her vomiting up the white blood. I need you, as you enter the room, I need you to roll perception. As you get closer to the woman seizuring on the ground from behind you, you see this quickly right before he strikes at you, this bald man with glowing green eyes and this massive teeth that seem to have grown into fangs strikes at you with its arm outstretched. Its arm now changed into this black form, into like this talon size weapon, strikes at you. Go ahead and roll a actually, what's your AC?
14.
14. It strikes at you, but you manage to dodge out of the way. What do you want to do? It just struck at you. This half human, half something. It seems to. You've never seen this before. Glowing green eyes. Maybe some sort of a cyborg implant you're unaware of. But it strike at you with the speed that you weren't expecting.
Shit. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to read what this was.
Cool. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to like profile this guy. I want to take a look at him. I want to take a look at him. I want to investigate his body. I want to see what's powering these green eyes,
Sure,
whatever.
go for it.
If it's
Go ahead and roll.
like how is it integrated?
Go ahead and roll perception, and you have advantage now.
Perception. I can't do investigation. Damn.
You could do investigation. Investigation's fine.
Oh.
So
Alright.
you do see.
We'll do the investigation.
You do see that this person, this buzz, is obviously a buzzer that you're used to. You're accustomed to dealing with. These are the type of people that hook up illegally to public terminals and essentially drain their systems for energy, or circumvent the security protocols that they have there in place. But this one's a little bit different. He has glowing eyes. You've never seen that before from a buzzard, and you've definitely never seen one strike at you with the ferocity that he just did. His arm, as you take closer inspection, it doesn't look like it's a cyborg implant. It seems to be some sort of mutation. Are you dealing with a mutant from the waste? Man, it's been a while since they've gotten into the city. Well, in any case, he's readying up to strike at you again. This time, he hits you.
All right, we're doing this.
Maybe absorbed in your investigation as you're trying to do an ocular pat down on the person in front of you. He takes that opportunity to strike at you. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Just on your character sheet, just you have the health there. Just mark it down.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? You managed to tear at your armor at the front a little bit.
Well, after him just like hitting me, pretty decently, I want to grapple him. So I want to hit him with my grapple fist.
Okay.
And like hold him down, grapple him. Fuck. Doesn't look like that worked.
He 8 and manages your grapple fist. You right now you're in close range, about a 5-foot distance, and you aim your robot fist towards him. You aim your robot fist.
I look to my. Can I take this?
Yeah, go for it.
So, I shoot my my robot fist. It misses, and now it's extended out. And I look to my arm and I say, "Oh shit! Still not used to this fucking thing." And I punch him with my right arm.
Okay.
Or no, it's the same arm. All right. The grapple fist punches out. It misses, but then I look at the arm. I say, shit, still not used to it. And I pull it back, and in pulling it back, I wanted to like try to punch him, like from behind, because it overshot him.
Sure, go for it. All right, that does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Yeah, you're not used to your robot arm. It's been a while since you've been on the field. Um, but when you pull back your grapple fist, as you shoot it out towards him, you miss initially, but you pull it back, and the whipping motion that it's coming back into your arm itself, you manage to hit him in the back of the head. He falls forward briefly, and as he's falling, he's going to strike at you, trying to reorient his body, but he misses. What do you want to do?
All right.
He's 5 foot away from you right now.
Yeah, he comes close to me again. This time, I'm gonna punch him twice. Robot punch.
Okay. They both hit. Go ahead, roll damage. Nice. The using your metallic fist is almost like a baton. You manage to whip essentially the soul from him, and he falls to the ground unconscious. Now in front of you in the room is this unconscious man, kind of breathing silently to himself. You could hear a strange buzzing noise coming from his skull. He has a kind of a cable dangling from the kind of like the base of his skull itself. It's about 1 foot long, 1 foot long cable.
I'm gonna now go and I radio over to Jason. I asked Jason, hey Jason, how dangerous would it be if I were to just plug in right into one of these junkies?
Oh, who's John? You want to plug into one of them buzzheads? I'm gonna tell you what. You be careful here, cause you know they're used to shooting up the drugs and everything, and you don't want to get that into your system. But you know you're your own man, John. You can do whatever you want.
Good point. Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, but I tell you, it'll be a nice trip, though.
All right. I'll keep that in mind.
You see the woman that was how do you say that word? Seizuring in front of you has stopped now, and she's seizuring in front of you, and she's stopped now. She seems to have fallen in unconscious.
I look and see if she's.
I don't know. She's choking on her blood.
I look to see if she's dead.
Roll perception.
All right, I turn her over.
Yeah, during the fight, she seems to have choked on her blood. Her whatever the white fluid is, she has choked on it. So in any case, in front of you now are the corpses of two buzzheads who seem to have. Well, one is currently unconscious. One that you just knocked with your robo fist to the ground. The other one dead from essentially jacking out too fast from the terminal in front of her. Terminal that's still radiating a blue glow from it.
I radio back to Jason. I tell him what I just saw. I tell him, hey, I just got this junkie girl dead with this white liquid stuff. You know anything about a death with a white liquid?
Johnny, have you hit your head? I don't understand why you ask me these questions. Normally when cyborgs, essentially you need that fluid in order to run your cybernetic implants. Johnny, I think you got some in your own blood as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, don't you know it's the more cyber implants you have, the more white your blood turns.
Gotcha.
It becomes more and more replaced with whatever the fluid is that robots are powered by. I don't know. I'm no engineer.
But you ever heard of these junkie? You ever heard of a junkie with green eyes and a weird arm?
Green eyes?
Yeah.
I've never heard anything about that. Is this some sort of new implant? Does it look cool? Do you want to get yourself some too?
I don't know. It's one of the junkies I can hook up into that I was talking to you about.
Do you need backup?
You know what? Stay on the line here, Jason. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna try to hook into this guy's eyes, see what they do. I hook up my arm to the dangling.
Okay. You pull out the
cable.
Yeah, the cable that's currently connected to the back of his skull. You're able to connect that to your arm. Your arm has a kind of like a USB socket on the essentially the ball of your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to connect it to that if you wish. He's currently breathing slowly, from the unconscious, from being knocked unconscious from your robo fist. So you connect to it?
Yep.
Okay, I need you to roll a Constitution save. As you jack into his mainframe, there's a bit of biofeedback. You feel a sharp pain radiate from the top of your arm itself, where the contact point between your flesh and the steel arm itself, you feel it burn intensely. You're going to take You're just gonna take 2 points of burning damage as your arm is currently trying to interface with this person's essentially mainframe. You as you jack in, you need the senses overwhelm you. And you're suddenly greeted with a massive array of flashing images, iconography you cannot understand. I need you to roll just roll history for me. You remember a long time ago, there used to be an ancient civilization, the Egyptians, and why this comes up to you is that the imagery that you're currently seeing are hieroglyphics. You know, you see various forms of men. That what you gather. I mean, you can't read this stuff, but the pictures themselves show just these men all lined up over this this other humanoid figure with a dog-shaped head. They're currently bowing and giving it gifts, and the flashes of these hieroglyphics paint across your mind, and suddenly you're accosted with a voice, deep. Essentially, it's almost like a chanting musical chorus that comes over you, and I need you to roll a charisma saving throw now. As you hear the chanting further and deeper within, you feel something within you wanting to give away, to chant with it, to sing along with that inhuman chorus. But something deep within you also as well tells you that you should let go. You should disconnect. There's a close chance that something is trying to take over yourself as well.
Disconnect.
It's there's two forms of disconnect that you could do. There's the safer version. It takes time. You have to run a kind of like a program of sorts that essentially safely disconnects you from whatever interface you're at. And there's also the other method, the jack out method that you coined, where you just essentially just pull the cable. But as you think about that, you look to the side and you see the dead woman beside you.
Yeah, I do the safe way.
You do the safe way? You're gonna do the safe way. I need you to roll one more charisma save. And
I'm gonna do a graceful jack off.
Alright. Then roll the charisma save. You hear the chanting get louder and louder as the essentially the ready bar starts to accomplish itself. It starts to go from 0 to 100, and what seems like an eternity eventually gets to 100. And you're able to safely eject from the unconscious man in front of you. And as you do, you disconnect. The chanting is now stuck within your brain.
Shit.
And it slowly dissipates.
Oh, thank God.
We'll give you any progress. And you see them get into both into their police car and drive away. Right now, you're standing in front of the factory's entrance. There are some junkies and buzzheads kind of near a Blazo's restaurant terminal. You know, they're currently outside the restaurant, hooked up to the terminal itself. Kind of like an old barrel fire that homeless people used to do long ago.
I walk over to the Blazo place. I go inside. I remember that Jason wanted a Blazo burger. I think to myself, I got punched a few times. I can go for it.
You walk over to the terminal itself. It's like a big old screen, and there it's a touch screen where you can select whatever food you want. Whatever food and whatever drink you'd wish. Blazo Incorporated, though. You enter the restaurant and you're greeted with a massive massive mascot of a large Coke bottle, essentially a large soda bottle that has a straw coming out, and it's kind of like anthropomorphic size. It has two eyes and a very, very, very big smiling mouth. On the bottle's surface is written Blazo, the taste maker. What do you want to get?
Past the hologram. I ordered 2 Blazo burgers.
Okay. You connect your credentials to the terminal itself. The police force does pay for your food. I mean, that's one of the perks of being a guardian here in M8. So both burgers are paid for, as well as as their drinks as well. And as you're done finishing your order, the table in front of you has a socket of sorts, and you hear a loud as a bag suddenly jumps up to the counter with two soda bottles beside it.
All right, I grab the burgers. I leave the sodas because I think to myself, Jason doesn't need all this shit. Neither do I. Plus, it's easier just to carry 2 burgers and the fucking drinks.
Fair enough. Just leave the sodas on the counter.
Let's just leave the sodas.
You just leave the sodas on the counter and take the bag of burgers with you and walk outside. But before you walk outside, you overhear. I need you to roll perception. You overhear an argument happening currently with what seems to be the manager of the building itself, with a young couple. The man is currently talking to the manager, and you overhear them. I want my credits back. And you see him flip over one of the terminals beside the counter where you pick up your food. Please, sir, please. And the manager looks over to you in your police uniform and looks back into the person who's currently accosting him and the restaurant.
Never this easy now, is it? I put the
on like a table next to you.
And all right, I put the burgers back on the counter. I walk over, and this guy just flipped over the terminal, right?
Yep. I want my money, and you see his girlfriend trying to hold him back. Please, please, and trying to get him out of the restaurant, but he's irate. He's going crazy.
I'm going to
acting like a total Karen.
I'm gonna grapple this guy.
You grab him. You grab his shoulder, and you pull him towards you to calm him down. Let's see if he's grappled.
Yeah. Yep.
Easy enough, even with the +8, that would not hit. So, you manage to grab on his shoulder. He tries to pull away from you. Hey, man, let me go! He notices your uniform. And his demeanor completely changes. He stole my money. I want it back. I want a refund. And you see the manager look to you. But you completely ate your meal, sir. I can't give you a refund if you completely ate your meal. I don't care. It tasted like shit.
Then why'd you eat the whole plate of shit? Now you broke down this terminal. You're coming down town with me.
Oh, please, officer, just leave my husband go. We'll leave. I want my money back!
Ma'am, you can deal with him at the clerk's office. Right now, he's being a trouble to the community.
You want to throw some cuffs on him?
I gotta bring him in. Yep.
Okay, he's already grappled, so you're able to easily put the handcuffs on him. Nancy, you stay here and make sure I get my money. I'm gonna go to the office and clear this up. Bullshit cops. You lead him outside of the restaurant. You don't forget your burgers on the counter. You grab that as well.
No, I forget the burgers.
You forget the burgers? Okay.
I forget the burgers.
You bring it. You put them into your car, your cop car. The cop car also has a pair of doors, the back seat where you keep your corporates. And you throw him back there, and the handcuffs that's currently behind him kind of link up to the to this robotic arm that's currently in the seat behind him. What do you want to do now?
So drive back over to the precinct. Bring this guy in.
It's about afternoon now. Your stomach kind of rumbles with a little bit of hunger pangs. Forgot the burgers, damn it. Oh well. Well, in any case, you drive through the city, uneventful. No accidents. Traffic as lame as usual. The guy behind you recently arrested was initially screaming his lungs out, trying to tell you to let him go. But luckily enough, these cop cars are installed with a feature that you're able to mute the back seat. You open up the windows and just hear the cold breeze, the air rushing through, and you make it back into the police department's parking lot.
Just as I approach, I unmute and I tell him, "Hey man, we're approaching the police department. Better keep your attitude back in check." I mute him again.
Okay. Yeah, right before he's about to say something, you mute the button. So all you see behind is just his mouth go like up and down. Yeah, you step out of the car and the little drone, comes out and starts to scan your vehicle again. And then it hears a loud beep. Beep, 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 beep. And the whole, this android, fully android humanoid comes up to you. There has no facial features, has no way of talking or anything, but
I wave the robot away, and I bring the guy in myself. I don't need your stupid robot shit. Some things are better done the old-fashioned way.
You pull him out of the cop car and you escort him through the front entrance of the precinct itself. Oh, hi, Johnny. Oh, you caught a new one, huh?
Yeah, Schmuck here is breaking down equipment over at the Blazo Burgers.
I didn't do shit. Yeah, that's what they all say, honey. You lead him back into the jail cell. The once kid that you were speaking to has been essentially released by now, and now his cell is empty. And you throw the Blazo offender into there and turn on the force field. He rushes to the bar doors, trying to rattle them, but he's fed with a electric feedback shock. And he steps backwards. Ah! He rubs his hands in pain. You be hearing from my lawyers.
Sure. Whatever you say, pal.
You turn around, you walk back to your desk. The police bullpen is bustling with business. There's some cops that are booking culprits. There's some on their computers, some typing reports. Max Grommel, your captain, he's currently in his office looking over something. Jason isn't there. What do you want to do?
I go to my desk. I fill out the report.
All right, roll intellect. Man, you hate filling out these reports. It's the worst thing about being a cop. You gotta do something. You gotta do it. And you get it done. Now, so in front of you, you do see a few things. Your report is not finished, well, obviously. And in your desk, you do see a letter. It's strange because normally when you get messages, they would either, tell you, which is obvious. They'll send you some sort of email on your terminal. Or just put it on your desk. But this letter was placed in your desk in one of the drawers. The letter itself is a yellow envelope. Normally people don't use paper for messaging. This is it's not normal. Out from across the oh, you grabbed the letter?
I look at it and say, yeah. I open the letter, I look at it, and I wonder to myself, who the fuck is sending letters?
You want to open it?
Yes.
You open it, and inside is a small microchip. Strange. And there's a small microchip and a small note. And on the note is the letter P printed on a single white paper.